Hey there, folks! Tonight we're diving headfirst into the wild world of tariffs. Don't worry if you think tariffs sound like a type of exotic fish. They're not. They're actually a lot more common and a lot less delicious. In the simplest terms, a tariff is like a tax on imported goods. Imagine you're buying a fancy new TV from another country. When that TV arrives at the border, your government slaps a tariff on it, making it more expensive. Why? Well, governments use tariffs for a bunch of reasons, but the main one is usually to protect their own industries. Think of it like this. Your country makes TVs too, but they're not as cheap as the ones from overseas. By slapping a tariff on those imported TVs, the government makes them more expensive, which makes your country's TVs look like a better deal. Cunning, right? Of course, it's not always that simple. Tariffs can get really complicated really fast, so buckle up because we're going deeper. Now, tariffs come in different flavors. You've got your ad valorem tariffs, which are like a percentage of the product's value. Let's say that fancy TV you wanted cost $1,000. A 10% ad valorem tariff would add an extra $100 to the price. Ouch! Then there are specific tariffs, which are a fixed amount per unit. For example, a specific tariff on imported cars might be $500 per vehicle, regardless of whether it's a sleek sports car or a beat-up old clunker. But wait, there's more. We've also got combination tariffs, which, you guessed it, combine both ad valorem and specific elements. It's like a tariff buffet, but not as fun. So how do tariffs actually play out in the real world? Well, let's take a look at a historical example, the infamous chicken tax of 1963. Back then, Europe was flooding the US market with cheap chicken, which ruffled some feathers, pun intended, among American poultry farmers. In retaliation, the US government slapped a hefty 25% tariff on imported light trucks, effectively driving up the price of European trucks and protecting American automakers. The catch? The tariff is still in effect today, even though the chicken dispute was resolved ages ago. That's right, folks. We're still paying the price for a chicken war from the 60s. Now, tariffs aren't all bad. They can protect domestic industries, generate revenue for governments, and even be used as bargaining chips in international trade deals. But hold your horses. Tariffs also have a dark side. They can lead to higher prices for consumers, hurt businesses that rely on imported goods, and even spark trade wars between countries. Remember that whole chicken tax thing? Yeah, not exactly a shining example of international diplomacy. Ultimately, tariffs are a complex issue with no easy answers. They can be a useful tool in certain situations, but they can also backfire spectacularly. So the next time you hear about tariffs in the news, remember this. It's not just about economics, it's about politics, history, and a whole lot of chicken.